Oh, welcome back. It's been a minute. I have like 800 slabs to show you today. But before that, look how cool this thing is. I've been on a huge Metal Gear Solid kick. Been going around buying up everyone's Metal Gear action figures locally. As you guys know, I'm a huge action figure collector, so fuck that sick. I literally just got home with this, so it's just got all these Play Arts Kai figures and all that cool stuff. So with that being said, let's also start with this book. Metal Gear Solid 1 in a 9.8. I actually got this for a really good price, and it actually tanked the other ones, and then a bunch of people got one for a good price, because I think someone marked this at the price of an Ashcan edition, but pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of Ashley Wood's art or whatever, but so not bad. Haven't been posting as much as I would like, because I've been waiting on CGC and their incompetence. So the first stuff I'm going to show you was a bunch of vintage stuff that I sent in that took literally like 6 months to get back. Some of the grades were good, some of the grades were trash. And then the next two was 50 9.8s that I sent in pre-screen. And one of them was graded pretty quickly after Christmas, and the other one took another couple weeks. So here, people always say, don't call CGC, don't bother them. They can't do anything to speed up your books. Not true. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. So I called in to find out, because this one was done, and then the other one, 3 weeks went by, no movement. I call in. Apparently, they had the wrong payment information on file and said they sent me an email, which they never did. And then I had to pretty much give them that information, and then literally it was shipped the next day and arrived here. So yeah, sometimes you just need to call in and bother them. What an annoying shipment. These were both sent in for their 10/10 promotion, where it was like supposed to be discounted prices, and literally they charged, it was a 9.8 pre-screen, and they charged me for the full amount right away. So I had to call in, get that reversed, and they never reversed it. So 2 weeks later I called in and they actually got it reversed. Their finance or whoever's handling the payments there need a slap in the back of the head for lack of a better term. All right, yeah, and I don't like to get political on this channel, but the whole Trump tariff stuff was very scary. But as far as I know, these are US comics, and also CGC is a US company, so there should be no tariffs imposed on US buyers. So we'll see how that all shakes out. We'll see if Canada is indeed a country in a few months from now, because my fuck, do we have a long way to go. Anyways, let's start getting into these slabs. So we're going to start with the vintage stuff. So this first one is a bit of a win for me, for sure, because House of Secrets 92. I actually bought this off eBay. I never buy stuff off eBay, but I just really wanted a copy. I got done reading the Alan Moore Swamp Thing run, and I've always wanted one of these. So the big defect was this 8 on here. Well, it's not really a defect. I don't even know if but it's got a little corner crease and some other stuff. I actually posted, people don't really know what they're talking about with grading. I posted on like one of the comic book groups asking, and everyone's like, oh, that's a 4 or 5. And I'm like, I think it's at least a 6. So it got a 6.5. So pretty damn happy with that one, because I think I paid, and that's like the last time I'm importing anything, because I had to pay like 300 customs on that one. So I just buy locally. So this one I actually found locally in someone's collection. They gave it to me because I helped them out. And yeah, 3.5. I was expecting about a 5. I don't really know where they're getting a 3 out of this. There's some pretty good staining on the back, but yeah, I guess that corner, I don't know, 3.5. I think it's more of a 4.5 to a 5, but you're splitting hairs at that point when there's that much damage. So yeah, and these are all going to be up on eBay and Instagram. I can beat my eBay prices by about 10 to 15% usually if you can find me off of Instagram. Please don't message me on eBay trying to take it off. I get a lot of people doing that. You can get your account in some hot water with that one. Okay, here we got another good one. So this is from that Iron Man collection that I bought a while back. 6.0. Not bad. Off-white to white. I guess that matters now. Off-white to white. Off-white to white. They're all off-white to white. So there's a 6.0. Looking pretty neat. I'm trying to pull them out of the bags because I know there's some glare that can happen there. Glare that can happen there. So this one's a little, I don't know, I was expecting about a 9 on this, but what are they talking about with the 8? Oh yeah, maybe a bit of damage. Sure, whatever, 8. Yeah, I'm getting to a point now, I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, it's not worth regrading a lot of stuff over and over, but the first Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi, however you want to say it, is one American? I don't know. But, yeah, 8.0. Not bad. I don't really, I didn't look up prices first on this one. I'm just going to do it later on. But message me if you want these, because some of these are going to move pretty damn quick. Okay. Now we got 2 that are definitely getting regraded. So, I'm not going to lie. I was expecting a 9.8 on this, and I still don't know what they're talking about with the issues on this. So, this is the first Thanos and Drax. Pretty big book. And I really can't see any big defects on this. Like nothing. I don't know what would take this down to a 9. 9.6, 9.4 I could see. 9, y'all drunk over there. So this is getting sent back in again. I honestly think sometimes if you don't put it in a high enough grade tier, like grading tier, so they don't get enough money, they just throw a 9 on there and say, fuck you, send it in at a higher tier. So there's that. That's getting regraded. And here's another stupid one that's definitely getting regraded. X-Men 58, the first Havoc. They gave it a 6.5. I was expecting like an 8 or a 9 on this. And once again, there's like nothing. A bit of a blunted corner and a couple little ticks on white. So, I don't know. Those are both getting regraded. Okay, a bit of an addendum. So there was 50 9.8s sent in, but also I sent in 25 books that were all not quite 9.8s. And yeah, nothing in that got a 9.8, so I was right. And there was actually a couple restored books, or one restored book. So, but anyways, we're going to go with our original plan and get into these. Actually, fuck it. We're going into the big boy books before we get into the 9.8s. I was going to try and split this into 2 videos, but what's the fucking point? They're just both going to be slab return videos, which no one really cares about anyways. All right. So, we have, and I actually went through and I looked at a lot of the grader notes. This was a very good graded submission. The person did their due diligence, posted what the grader notes were, and I thought they were very fair with almost everything. So we got a lot of multiples in here, so I'm just going to kind of go. And again, message me quick, because some of this stuff is going to go quick, like the ASM 300s and Star Wars 1s always move pretty quick. So Amazing Spider-Man 300 and a 9.2. Amazing Spider-Man 300 in a 9.4. Okay, here is one thing that was kind of stupid, I thought. So, I sent in 2 Iron Fist 14s. One got a 9, one got a 9.2. I also have a 9.4 signed by Chris Claremont down there. So, I'm pretty flush on these. Anyways, the only thing in this whole submission that they upcharged to a higher tier was the 9.0. But they didn't do it with the 9.2. No comment. Okay. We got 2 ASM 194s. One in a 9, one in a 9.4. And this one took a very long time actually at CGC for one reason. This book. It had a signature in there that I missed it, a Todd McFarlane signature. And it literally added 3 to 4 months of grading time to this, I swear. This was sent in August, and it just got back. So anyways, we got a 9.2, and these are both newsstand, so extra rare. I was really hoping for a 9.8 on this, but I don't know. I think it was a, I don't know. I don't think I could ever get a 9.8, but 9.2 newsstand and 9.6 newsstand. Pretty damn neat. Okay, now we got 2 copies of Star Wars 1. One in a 9.0, one in a 9.2. I actually had a 3rd copy, and they said it was an 8.5. I did a 9.0 pre-screen on this because I didn't want back any random trash that I didn't notice. And it came back restored. Slight restoration. I cannot find any restoration on that book. I posted, here's a picture of it. If you can see any restoration, let me know. I'm probably just going to resend it in. And I bet it'll come back with no restoration, because as far as I can tell, there's no restoration. Looking through the inside of the book, shining light through, nothing on the spine. I'm not some pro restoration guy, but I can usually spot it. Anyways, so 2 copies at X-Men 100. Look at this one, 9.6. Buddy, a 9.8 would have crushed it. So I don't know if that one's worth a try again, or if one of you guys want to buy it and try again, but 9.2 and a 9.6. And I had a 101, another one of these. So here's 101 and 9.2. And they said that that one needs some work. I don't know. We'll see, but probably going to resend that one in with another one I got. So now we're getting into the singles. So this is a huge one for me. This is my favorite book here, easy. So I bought this off, I helped that guy a couple videos back. His girlfriend, ex-wife, was trying to take his collection away. And so I helped him out. And I purchased this off him for a pretty good price. I was thinking about a 9 to a 9.2 because it's got some pretty good defects, but this was a pretty generous grader. He gave me a 9.4, and that ain't going anywhere. It's going straight up with my Tick memorabilia up here. So that's the first print as well. I love the Tick. Okay. This one too, I might just keep this. Oh yeah, I wrote regrade 9.6 on this. So I might regrade this because it's pretty damn nice. One of my favorite covers. Regrade 9.6, I said. Wow, okay, I put a regrade 9.8 on this. I don't know what they were thinking with these two. Because when I look at, there's nothing on this spine. So, sometimes another quick press, that might be a 9.8. We'll see. Okay, I'm starting to take back what I said about this grader being really good because I've sent this in a bunch of times now. I thought it was a 9.8 originally. It should have been, in my opinion. It came back a 9.6 once, and I thought, no, that's a 9.8. I cracked it. I sent it in a couple more times for 9.8 pre-screen, never got it. I sent it back in, this time a 9.4. It seems like another spine tick somehow appeared on my book. What are you going to do? But the stupidest thing, I'll take the 9.4. I don't really give a crap anymore. I'm done trying. Ederkoppen 66? This is not, it's not Ederkoppen. It's not, what is that, fucking the Swedish version? If it was, it would say Ederkoppen. So, I don't know, is this worth more? I'm not going to fucking deal with their mechanical error and trying to send this in again, but... So, I guess it's a defect book now, Ederkoppen 66. Now we got a Wolverine 8 in a newsstand, 9.6. Here we got something pretty cool, Batman Beyond #1 in a 9.6. First print. Yeah. So, pretty cool. That show has been on my to-watch list for a while. Okay. And now we got Iron Fist #1 in a 9.2. And the Joker #1 in a 9.4. I did so much cleaning on the back of this that you'd never know of. But it was a very dirty back. Needed to wash its backside. Okay, and then the last two in this submission is Miss Marvel 18, First Mystique in a 9.4. And we have the first Scott Lang in a 9.2. So, some pretty good stuff. All those will be up on eBay within the week. I'm a little backlogged with everything. I've actually had a lot of collections coming in, so that's what the next video I'm going to be doing is. Like, I try to keep more, you know, weekly uploads, but I just don't. I got too much stuff going on, and I don't just want to create content for the sake of content. You know, like, I'm not trying to be like, ooh, this book's going to the moon or whatever. There's lots of channels for that, and they're all doing well. My favorite is probably Comic Book Investments. I like him a lot. I also like Bry's Comics. He taught me a lot. I don't really watch a lot of comic book stuff anymore, but if I do, it's usually Comic Book Investments. Okay, so now we're into the 9.8 stuff. So, kind of cool. I sent in 3 Hellboys, Seed of Destruction. So I got Hellboy, Seed of Destruction, 2, 3, and 4, all in 9.8. Yeah, pretty cool. Number 1 was unfortunately not a 9.8. So what are you going to do? That's the friggin' way she goes sometimes. All right, here is Wolverine, or Marvel Comic Presents 72. This was big for a while. It might get big again. I don't know. First, what's it technically? Origin of Wolverine, first Weapon X. I don't know. Wraparound cover. Pretty neat. All right, here's a cool one. Wolverine 1 and 9.8. Classic. First patch and the first Mr. Fix-It or whatever. Mr. Fix-It cover. So Wolverine 8 in a newsstand. So I actually sold one of these already. I sold it for a great price considering this is a newsstand and there is an animated series coming out. So this time I'm probably just going to be firm on price on this one because I can wait for a little bit. The other one's actually been kind of stuck in transit for 2 or 3 weeks because of the fires in LA. So we got Amazing Spider-Man Gold 9.8. My girlfriend kind of wants to keep this, so we'll see what happens. X-Files number 1 in a 9.8. The first appearance of Special Agent Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. I like how they have their full names on there. Cool. Terminator The Burning Earth number 1, 9.8. I don't know why this is worth what it is, but I have it. So here was just kind of like a gamble because I thought it was a really cool cover that, yeah, I can't remember what these go for, but really cool. I think probably about 120 US or something. Okay, here is the big boy from the submission. You want to talk about they don't bump up the proper stuff? Wolverine 17 in a newsstand. These are about $800 to $1,000, I think. So I still have that Wolverine 23 everyone likes to talk shit about, which I think is a fucking way cooler cover than this. Like, they're both cool, but yeah, it's also a John Byrne cover. The other one's a John Byrne cover. Why is this cool and that one's not? I don't know. But here we got another really cool cover. Literally one of the coolest. New Mutants 93, 9.8. So this one's kind of funny. So Justice League number 70. So this one actually has like a cover that you can open, you know what I mean? So originally I pressed it to get some other stuff out, but then I pressed a line of this into it. So I had to repress it 2 or 3 times with different techniques to get the line out. So they gave me the 9.8. Nice. So I actually already have a copy of this up here. It sold a long time ago, and then the guy canceled the payment because he's like, it's a second printing. Like, I guess. It's a completely different cover than the other Spider-Man vs. Wolverine. So I guess it's a second printing if you really want to split hairs. I guess it's a newsstand if you really want to split hairs too. But I just think it's a cool ass cover. So here's something I sent in because there really wasn't much sales data on it. And I thought it's a cool cover and it should be up there. So The Thing from Another World number 2, not number 1. Number 1, there's a lot of them. Number 2, there's none. Okay, here's a fucking awesome one, actually. Alien versus Predator versus the Terminator, number 1. Pretty sick. I used to have, there it is, Terminator versus RoboCop. I also have that one, so maybe I'll do a combo deal. Here's a really cool cover to me. Mask, number 1. The original Mask, when he was all bloody and gory. Kind of like what they did to TMNT. Kind of kidified them. All right, here we got Batman 386, the first Black Mask. Pretty neat. got a cool cover. All right, so here, this could actually be the biggest book in here too, but there's no real sales data. But Spoof Comics #1. So you guys know the big fiasco with Bat Babe. Here's a little, let me cut you guys in on something. People are talking about my eBay prices being ridiculous because I put that up for like $1 million, and I was just trying to create some buzz, and literally the Reddit post complaining about me was my own account. I was just trying to stir the pot a little bit. I guess it worked. I don't know. But you know what they say, any press is good press. So I got this and that one that are both going to be, I'm going to sell them together as a 9.8. I've had a couple offers for trades from some people, but we're going to get into the whole trading thing in a minute here. So let me get through these last couple books. So we got Punisher War Journal 6 and a 9.8 newsstand. I also have a 9.8 newsstand signed by Jim Lee and Carl Potts down here, but we'll see what happens. I think that one's about 400 US last time I checked. So Uncanny X-Men 275, 9.8. I think that's just the first time they all wore those matching uniforms. And then, kind of cool, we got X-Force 1 in a newsstand. So kind of rare there. So yeah, there you go. There's all my slabs. That stuff should all be up within the week. I'm going to start trying to be more active on Instagram, but I got a lot of stuff coming in, and it's just hard to keep up with sometimes. Plus, I've been playing all the Metal Gear Solid games and collecting all the action figures, and it's a lot of work for a grown man. But yeah, so the whole trading thing. So I'm currently engaged in a trade with somebody. He saw my Captain Planet 1 in a 9.8. So quick thing on that, I had 2 more Captain Planet 1s, and the CGC totally crushed one of the corners. Here's some pictures. Crushed. There's no way. I press and clean my own books. There's no way I would have sent that in that condition. They definitely dropped the corner. So I'm going to contact CGC and try and figure out what the fuck they can do for me. Because in a 9.8, these are worth $700. And I keep getting offers on eBay of $100. People telling me to eat shit. It's not worth that much. The last 2 sales were $700 and $650. I don't give a fuck that someone put a book that no one cares about up for auction and it sold for $250. That's that guy. You're a dummy. I would never put up Captain Planet 1. Like ASM 129, bigger books, Iron Man 1, House of Secrets 92 up for auction. Hell yeah. But not some like niche Captain Planet book. It's going to get destroyed. Anyways, I guess the market dictates, but I don't have to deal with that anymore because someone did a trade with me. So I'm still waiting on the stuff. But this whole tariff thing, my package was shipped on the 4th. It seems to be in limbo right now, waiting in Blaine, Washington. His seems to be moving, but I'll do an unboxing when I get it, but pretty much he sent me like 10 or 12 kind of more modern books and some remark and signature stuff. Some like he's like a whatnot seller, and I sent mine. You know, I've heard in the past, and he was not going for this, that, you know, you send to me, like whoever is the bigger name, you send to them first, you know, and then I would get it, make sure everything's good, and then I would send you my thing. He was not down for it. He's like, I'm as big as you, blah, 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 blah. Even though he's done 2 whatnot shows, but apparently, I don't know. I'm not trying to say I'm like the bigger and the best, but I'm like a little bit more legit. So I was like, hey, you want to ship this first? And he was not having it. So I ain't trying to rip anybody off, but I've just heard horror stories about shipping at the same time and getting empty boxes and stuff like that. So in the future, I probably won't do that again, but I was just like, who else in the world is going to want to actually do a trade for this Captain Planet 1? He actually had a Captain Planet tattoo. So we're waiting on that whole trade. It was a bit of a headache. I sent him some ketchup chips and some all-dressed chips because it's a very Canadian thing to do. Apparently y'all in America don't got those things. They're the best chips. I don't really eat chips anymore. I'm actually on a carnivore diet. And yeah, but kind of interesting that that doesn't exist in America. Anyways, thanks for continually watching and supporting the channel. And I got a couple pickups this week, so look out for a video coming. And again, my stuff's at the auction house every Monday. And hit me up on eBay is kind of like my storefront. So if you want anything on there, hit me up on Instagram or give me a call, whatever you want to do. Yeah, hope you're all doing well. Keep it speedy, don't get needy, and I'll see you when I see you.